I ain't gonna lie, man. I like me some Fluffy. What is up, Flick fans, and welcome back to my channel. The brand new sitcom on Netflix just dropped, and it's called Mr. Iglesias, and today we are going to talk about it just a little bit, and I need your comments down below. Did you enjoy this show? Are you anticipating it? And are you a fan of one of the best and most heartfelt comedians in the business, and that is Fluffy? Let's talk about this show. So a good-natured high school teacher working at his alma mater works with gifted but misfit and disinterested students. Let's talk about Gabriel Iglesias for just a second. Like I said, he's a fantastic comedian. His comedic timing is showcased, I think, perfectly in a show like this. Now, the show itself, I was kind of anticipating it because I'm a fan of Fluffy. His stand-up is some of the best in the business, and he has always said, well, not always, but I did watch an interview one time. He said, if I was not a comedian, I would be a high school history teacher. So he creates a show based around this fact that he's living this kind of alternate life to what he does now, and it really is Gabriel Iglesias just going off the cuff. It feels like, I'm sure there was a script, I'm sure there was dialogue, but the jokes are so natural and the students respond to his jokes in just an overall realistic way. I think the casting here is very important because you have to cast kids who can fire back at Fluffy when the script does or does not call for it, and I think they did a really good job. You have all of the standard sets of kids. You have the cliches in its own way, but it's the tropes, right? It's the kid who doesn't belong. It's the kid who stands out. It's the kid who talks too much. It's the one who has this thing for a teacher, right? Oh, I like that teacher. Okay, all of those things are in here. Was this show funny? It's Fluffy. I expected it to be funny. It was funny. It had the humor going for it. The kids play off of Iglesias very well, and Iglesias plays off of the other cast members well. We have Oscar from The Office. I know him from The Office and I guess the State Farm commercials, but he is kind of the guy that he picks on, of course. That relationship is hilarious. And then, oh my goodness, Sherry Shepherd as Principal Madison. She is fantastic. She makes an entrance at the beginning of the show, and from there on out, it is just consistent laughter for her character. And it's a multi-camera sitcom with a laugh track. So Austin, how good could it be? I wasn't anticipating to laugh this hard. I wasn't anticipating to gravitate towards these characters like I did. One of the beautiful things about this show is, yes, it is clearly a show intended for a younger audience, right? But it's handled in such a way to where it's not cheesy. Some of the dialogue, every now and then, it gets a bit cheeseball, it gets a bit corny, and then the laugh track, I keep thinking back to, are we still doing this? Are we still doing a laugh track? And it's odd because it's not a network show. It's a Netflix show, so you don't expect to hear that and see that. We've already had a show like that earlier this year, and I thought that show was okay. I think I like this one a bit more. This one felt more natural to me. The message was consistently there every episode, even though it's all about the players and the characters just playing off of each other with the dialogue. There's always something underneath, and not super over-the-top political. Now, they do hit on that. He is a history teacher, right? But it's not too far on the nose. It's always funny, and it's always meant to empower kids, and that's what I loved. And the humor, like I said, while it was PG, him playing off the kids works for kids, but him playing off the adults, it's a different kind of humor, so I think adults can watch this and have something a bit more deep and meaningful to appreciate as well. Guys, there's really something in this show for everyone, and like I said, I was absolutely fearful, but at the end of the day, I thoroughly enjoyed myself. The show flew by, and I usually feel that way about these 30-minute episodes. The shows go by quick, but the fact that I was laughing the entire time, and he is just so funny. I could sit here and tell you that he carries the show on his shoulders, but you guys knew that. He's at the forefront. He's in the entire intro. I mean, it's a show about Fluffy. And here's a cool thing, right? I saw this in one of the behind-the-scenes videos. This was actually filmed at his old high school. How cool is that, man? How awesome is it to get those shots of where you grew up and to live this life that maybe you've always wanted to live, guys? I love that he did this, and he's doing it from the heart. He's not doing it to make money. He's not doing it because Netflix, I'm sure they compensated him well, but you can tell it's all out of love. And I love that, guys. This show was thoroughly entertaining. It was really funny. If you're a Fluffy fan, if you find him annoying, I don't know why you're watching it in the first place, but like I said, it's not the most high-quality thing I've watched all year. It's very cheesy. It's a multi-camera sitcom, but it's one that holds more than you anticipate, guys. I had a good time with it. I'm going to go 70%. for Mr. Iglesias on Netflix. This isn't exactly what I've wanted to see out of you. I want a bit more adult humor next time, but this show is working very well for your skill set, sir. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Once again, leave your thoughts on this show below. Did you watch it? Did you enjoy it? And tomorrow, like I said, my top 10 movies of 2019 so far. Be on the lookout for that in the morning, and I will see you guys very soon.